Thank you again, our Lord, for a new day. Thank you for giving us all and Savior and brothers. We pray that you continue to forgive us all of our sins, all of our iniquity, and all of our transgressions. We pray for all those that are ill, all those that are walking, all those that are sick, afflicted, any need in going to God. We pray that you bless the memory of Chief Natalie. Hallelujah. We pray that you be with Paul Peters and his family. We also pray and ask you to be with all of Israel throughout the four corners that you have expressed. Shema Israel, son of David, the Hamas, and all the houses of life. We ask that you continue to bless us, and we thank you for all things great and small. For you are the living, coming the water, you are the supreme intellect, and you are the only possessing creator of all things. Hallelujah. 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 Amen. Shalom, family. We just want to give all due respect and honor to our leader, Hanasi, and to his main second in command, Prince Nathaniel and Hallelujah. And to all those that are within the sound of our voice, all our online family, I greet you in the tongue of our ancient forefathers. Shalom Aleichem. And tonight's portion is going to be a real quick one, a real short one. It's actually Isaiah 54, where it would be 1 through 10. I think we're just going to run it out to them. So we're going to jump right into it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We're in the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 1. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sing out, O barren one, who is not given birth. Break into glad song and be jubilant. You who have not been in birth travail. For the children of the desolate are whosoever, while number of the children of the inhabited one, says God. Broaden the place of your tent, and let the curtains of your dwelling stretch out. Stint not, lengthen your cords and strengthen your beds. For you will burst out to the right and to the left, your offspring will inherit nations, and they will settle desolate cities. Fear not, for you will not be shamed. Do not feel humiliated, for you will not be disgraced. For you will forget the shame of your youth, and you will no longer recall the disgrace of your widowhood. For your master is your maker, Yah, master of the legions of hosts, is his name. Your Redeemer is the Holy One of Israel, God of all. The world will be he, the world will he be called. Swika. For like a wife who had been forsaken and melancholy has Yah called you. And like a wife of one sheep who had become despised, said to God, for but a brief moment have I forsaken you, and with abundant mercy will I gather you in. With a slight wrath have I concealed my countenance from you for a moment, but with eternal kindness shall I show you mercy, said your Redeemer, God. For like the waters of Noah shall this be to me, just as it swore that the waters of Noah would never again pass over the earth, so have I sworn not to be wrathful with you, nor to rebuke you. For the mountains may be moved, and the hills may falter, but my kindness shall not be removed from you, and my covenant of peace shall not falter, said the one who shows you mercy, Yah. O afflicted, storm-tossed one, who has not been consoled, behold, I will lay gems at you, as your flooring stones, and lay your foundation with sapphires. I will set your widow framed with ruby, and make your gates of carbuncle stones. And your entire boundary will be a precious stone. All your children will be students of Yah, and your children's peace will be abundant. Establish yourself through righteousness. Distance yourself from oppression, for you need not fear it. And from devastation, for it will not come near you. Behold, they may indeed gather together, but it is without my consent. Whoever will gather against you will fall because of you. Behold, I created the smith who fans his charcoal flame and withdraws a tool for his labor, but I have also created the destroyer to demolish. Any weapon sharpened against you will not succeed, and any tongue that will rise against you in judgment, you will condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yah, and their righteousness from me, the word of Yah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Well, friend, we read that straight through last week. It's a short portion, so we can just get on and turn it in. Because the portion says a lot, and we probably still some of the balls, Chief. But you know, we had a discussion before we actually went on camera, and well, we understand. Our understanding is, once again, we always put the Most High in the box and try to perform him to our time, like the weakest of the time, knowing that he's past, present, and future. So, when I give the similarity is, it's like to us being, we're his children. We know this to be true. We are his children. But if you are a parent, any of you out there that have children, and when you're disciplining your child, you take something away from them. And you can do it just like we was talking to you, they can do just like the link with a TV commercial. You know, like go stand in that corner. To that child, that is like a year. That is like time that's stopped. It's going backwards for them. Hence, it's the situation with us. And the Most High penalizes us for our shortcomings, for us not honoring the covenant, for us breaking our mitzvot, our commandments. So when he penalizes us as a parent should, we look at these time frames and we call these different captivities throughout all the captivities, whether it's the Babylonian, Persian, Roman, you know, all the Egyptian, we would start there. All these time frames, we're putting time frames on them, and to the Most High, it's like a blink of an eye. Literally, like it's like a blink of an eye. To the one that has created and formed all things, the author that sharpened, that created the pen, thought about putting the ink into that pen, took his own will and wrote it out. We cannot try to justify us and our time frame with him. So when we get out of this, just a real quick thing is that when he's saying that he's turned away from us, it's for a slight moment. That's the penalization, that's the justification for our transgression, for our iniquity, for us, for what he did for us to do. Well, I was just going to take the marks. I was waiting in with that. You know, she got marks. So I was like, you know what? I like that because I just want to say happy birthday to my band. I didn't think I was 17 years ago to that. So that's why that really hit home for me. You know what I'm saying with that. And I can remember disciplining my band and how it would be. Like I tried to do the TV version, the anything. Oh, put them in timeout for this long. I would just see it like they couldn't take it. Like, and you know, we really think about Israel as the children of the Most High. We can't take being separated from our life. I mean, to the point where our people are into everything. Everything. And this one segue perfectly for you if you want to jump in. Our people are into everything. We jump into this, we jump into that. We jump into Islam, Christianity, and every denomination between, right? Man-made things. Now, if we was to go back, like Chief said, we had a dialogue before we came on camera. We jumped back a chapter to 53. We went all the way to 53, as you should, to get proper context whenever we're trying to comprehend anything to read. really ventured off and went further and to bring back to that child point, it's because they feel like it's never going to end, it's never going to end. So our people felt like, oh, this punishment is never going to end, never going to end. So we started going to anything that was starting to seem or feel good or seem right, or could be portrayed in the right way, because we didn't have an understanding of the time, nor did we acknowledge that our fault. We didn't fully come back to understanding we are at fault. Let's fix our faults and then things will get back in line. No, we continue to spiral out and went into man-made religions. Hence chapter 53, that goes into it. So it's all, like he said, it's just a brief moment that he's turning his back from us, because he continues to tell us to come back to him, clean ourselves up, throw away the wicked things. You understand? Like we had it. Your oblation with your mouth is worth more than anything else. That's what it looks for. And try hard. So throughout this whole thing, the children being buried is like a mother being buried. Like there's just so much.
He said that something that's barren or barren, he's talking about Jerusalem, but he shows you, remember, God said, since you got me with jealousy, when they know God, I'm going to arouse you with jealousy and no people. And he doesn't even register the Jewish land over there, because he says the barren land, how the land barren, the people still live there. People are having that land right now. And when it shows you the love that the Creator has for you, that he still sees that land as desolate. We all know he's counting a very iniquity too. Just like he told our father Abraham, he said that the iniquity of the Amorites have not reached this. The cup of the Amorites is not tipped over yet, basically. I'm paraphrasing. And it's showing you that everybody has a limit to what they can do on that land. And just even that to follow up with that point. Anybody that's a parent knows it hurt you more than it hurt the child. Because you upset about what happened when they did. And then the punishment, you don't want to see a child living like that, living like that. So God said, I had to turn away. But in another verse, he says, the nations went too far. I turned my back for a moment, and the nations went too far. And it shows you that we get in this captivity whenever we want. He says, we're going to bust out of our borders. And you know Israel is not a really big place. But it's saying that the borders that they have set, they're going to exceed that right there. The Most High God is comforting us throughout this whole thing. If we go to Isaiah 53, it talks about the plight of Israel and how we're seen from the outside of the game. The spies of other people, nobody wants us. We were in the same, we were in the transgressions of what we did, and plus what the other nations did to us, they influence, and we're not doing how we're supposed to do it. And if we go into that understanding right there, it's plain to see that when the Most High comes with verses and chapters like this, he wants you to understand that it's not about you can actually, and this is the interesting part, most parents, they set the punishment time. God told us our punishment is until we get right. When we get right with the Creator, having enough we will find ourselves in any of these positions in the. And that's the interesting part that I took from it. And I'm sure it's more, but I like to dive back into it. Like 2-3 lines that I think that actually really dissect it. But this is powerful, this entire chapter. He doesn't create even after we fall short, even after we fall, even after he kicked our brother off the land, he still allows us to come back. And he still gives us the opportunity to serve him and be a servant. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let's go through like 2-3 at a time. Just so we can get some first the full context. We're going to start at so we can go 1 and 3, we're going to 3 and 6 and go like that, and break it down in the portions.
Once again, folks, we are in the book of Isaiah, Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 1. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Sing out, O barren ones, who has not given birth. Break into glad song and be jubilant.
I want to say this for a second here, that I take from has not given birth. That means he's telling you right now, even in your captivity, what birth means, what's the end of a birth? What they call it? You've been delivered, you've been delivered. So he says, sing out, O barren ones who have not given birth, meaning that he said in Jeremiah, he says, men are going to hold their stomach like a woman in travail. Do men give birth? He says, no, this is Jacob's trouble. So he's telling you, despite being in this trouble, despite being in this danger, sing out and rejoice, because there is a brighter side. He doesn't want people to look at this and say, it's doomsday for us, it's over. You got to be excited and exalt that you have this knowledge, that you can see it into the captivity. We have brothers out here, they don't even know they're in captivity. You look at rap, you look at entertainment, you look at music, they literally feel they're in control of their lives. So for the people that's going to know that got the Lord's statutes, commandments, and judgments, he's telling you sing out on ones that ain't even living here. You ain't even get to the point where you're going to really see happiness. But I want you to be excited about going who you are. Please, brother.
You who have not been in birth travail. For the children of the desolate Jerusalem will outnumber the children of the inhabited one.
The inhabited ones is the Jewish man that's in the land today. And though it's hard to even get into that country. When you go into Israel, if your name is Israel, like my name is Israel, they ask you 150 questions, and they literally can turn you away. So if you spend money on a vacation, I'm letting you know now, you pretty much got to play by the rules if you want to get in there. You can't come stomping with the crowd of Jacob's son, because them Israeli people can turn you back and say, no, we'll want you in the country. And it's not right what they do, but God gave them that authority because we strive, we move away from the creator of heaven and earth. But he said, you're going to outnumber the inhabited ones. To people who don't understand that, if you go there and you realize that the same way Manhattan looked full of European people is the same way Israel looked, and you couldn't imagine lower Manhattan or Wall Street looking all like us, well, we're going to outnumber them over in LA. That's what God's telling us. Don't change, man.
Broaden the place of your tent, and let the curtains of your dwelling stretch out.
You tell them you floss on them cats, man. Get big, get bold. Broaden the place of your tent, meaning knock down that wall that he was in. Take it, because he don't own nothing here. You coming back into your home. When I say, yo, kick off your shoes, man, make yourself at home. That's letting you know that you're back in control. I'm putting you back in power. You can't broaden your tents in New York because you don't own New York. You can broaden your tents in the place that you run. You can broaden your tents in the place that you govern. You can broaden your tents in the place that the Most High setting you back up again to be the leaders. So he's telling you, you get your pride back again. Feel good about yourself. Don't conform. Don't change. You ain't even been. Listen to the slick wordplay. He said, those who ain't even been in delivery yet, meaning it ain't hit you that you're about to go through this trouble, and you ain't even really seen what I got in store. Because God said it's going to get worse before it gets better. We got a whole lot more to go. But he said, take pride and take peace and comfort in what you know today. Because if you down try to know what's going on today, imagine when you turn to the fire to really start testing them. You're going to be all out on you. I can't take this Israelite stuff too hard, man. I'm just going to be a Christian cop. That's what they try to tell you.
Step 9. Lengthen your cords and strengthen your pegs. For you will burst out to the right and to the left. Your offspring will inherit nations, and they will settle desolate cities.
That's something and that's something for the children. Right now, our children in America, they don't have a place. We speak to brothers in the street, and they think they from everywhere but where they're supposed to be. You ever see that something to do?
No, I'm just saying, just today, me and the government got with how much here, and we happen to be in the Jewish area. Like this West community of Chief related to West Coast. So, while we were over there doing that, those people, they try to show out. The reality of it is they know exactly who we are. They know that we know who we are and that who they're not. So, they're doing things like, oh, you wear this, oh, it's true, why you got the blue in there? Oh, we got the people. It's the same people, though, that are asking us, but don't have tzitzit on at all. Or have tzitzit on without the blue in them, or they have the tzitzit of people, or people and no tzitzit. You know what I'm saying? So they're asking us, but they're trying to be response as told in Psalms 119, 41 through 44, we give you the response. Utmost truth shall come out my mouth at all times.
Okay.
And they're just astonished, they're confounded. But don't, right? It was, it's fun to witness, but that's the blessing and the grace of the Most High. That's the mercy showing you. We have to take that who we are. We have to understand who we are.
To your point, real quick. If that's astonishing and astounding to see, when they hear the truth, imagine when they see the Most High God, the skycracker, the Most High God voice come, and he tells you, when King David son, he said, listen, I'm putting my people back. These are my people in the world recognizes that. Remember, that verse said we're going to inherit nations, not just the Jewish people, because they're no people. They don't really have an history. But everybody who looks down on you, that follows you through the store, that harasses you, that presses the elevator so it closes when you walk in, that will sit in the lobby of the building so they don't got to let you in the building until you get buzzed in. All the people that do that to you, God's telling you, stretch out your feet, strengthen your pegs, get comfortable on, floss on. Because I want them to know this is my people. The same, because they're going to, what it says in Jeremiah, our fathers inherited naught but lies. So I thought they was niggas. I thought they was spits. I thought they was coconuts.
We actually had that conversation.
You get what I'm saying? Bring it out.
We had that conversation because it was like the way that they was confounded. And those like, yeah, I'm like, yeah. It's just what the scripture says, but if they're confounded, like, they're going to really understand it, and they're starting to see it now. They really are, because there was a lot of us out there from different congregations, you know what I'm saying, and we don't all look alike, you know what I'm saying? We all functionally look similar, but we have a different, everyone has a different thread. So when they're seeing us all, but we're all coming with that same spirit, the actual spirit of the Most High, the children of Israel, they're confounded. They're like, wow, these people are bringing the truth. Like, they're the truth. And we're looking at them like, you're lying that God don't know who his chosen people are. Yeah. But then it goes back to that line, like, they're confounded now. They're like, wow, our fathers have inherited lives from our fathers. So this is funny because the way everything's lined up is literally witness that. Like, so it's
man. Hallelujah. You gotta go. I'm not good. You good?
Don't you?
I'm good.
So we're going to pick up at verse 4. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Fear not, for you will not be shamed. Do not feel humiliated, for you will not be disgraced.
Woo! I gotta get it on this. Because this is something, I'm not gonna lie, when you're in that place, you're in that land, in your land, and you can't come in and be on something. The hell with you, Jewish man, and you trampling on my father's courts. When you go to Machpelah and you see them looking at you like, what you doing here? When you go to King David's tomb or King David's city, rather, and they looking at you like, what you doing here? It says, fear not, because you won't be ashamed of you. You won't be asked, are you Jewish? Are you a black Jew? Your job won't make fun of you no more. Your brothers and sisters won't make fun of you for saying you're an Israelite. They won't be saying, read, every time they see you, silly stuff like that. These are things that won't fall upon you. You won't feel bad for people. You won't feel bad for things for the people who do. Follow what I'm saying. That's not something I subscribe to. What the Most High is telling you, it's time to get your pride back, man. It's our people. You know what broke my heart when I went? I saw our people into Judaism, like full blown. They didn't know they was Israelites. They thought they were Jews, but they literally were following the European Jews. And I'm saying shalom, and me and the other brother saying shalom to them, showing us around, and they look like we were beneath them. Like, who are these black Hebrew Israelites claiming to be Jews? They need to come to Judaism. That's a feeling that they had you sick to the pit of your stomach. But the Most High God is telling you, fear not, you don't got to be ashamed of it. You will never be called out your name, even if you take it past that context. You'll never be called a nigger anymore, a spit, a coconut, a coon, a sandbone, whatever derogatory, the B word. Those words won't hear stupid stuff like all lives matter, blue lives matter. You won't hear any of this nonsense in this folly. Why y'all always in the projects? Why y'all can't never come together? Why we don't stay together? All of these things that, you know what happens? We suffer from, I'm going to get to tie back into this. There's something called collective guilt. Collective guilt is when something happens in the news and you sit up there, damn, I hope it wasn't a black dude. Damn, I hope I wasn't a Spanish cat. Damn, I hope it wasn't a West Indian dude. Please let it be anybody but us. And you read, yeah, a father killed his 2 children and murdered his wife. You sit up there saying, please don't let me do. That's what we suffer from because we've been traumatized in this captivity. We've been ostracized and villainized by this place. So the most I'm saying, you don't have to live like that anymore. You can find yourself in a position of power and strength. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
We just had one of the brothers come in. We had a new brother come in, so we take him over there and grab a chair to go up. Continuing halfway through verse 4. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. For you will forget the shame of your youth, and you will no longer recall the disgrace of your widowhood. Now, the Most High describes us as his children. He describes us as children going through stages from babies through the youth, as to teens to adults, to being his wife, being his bride, to being an adulterer. Right? So when he says you're a widowhood, meaning when he says he's left us for a moment, he took away from us for a moment because of our iniquity. That's what I like to go to right there. Like he's saying, be right back. The shame of your youth, you will no longer recall the disgrace of your widowhood. Remember, we just gave that lesson, especially, I remember you speaking on the chief, but it was like, the Most High is asking, you can probably remind me, I'm thinking a lot right now, but when he's asking for a bill of receipt, like, what did I give you a divorce bill? Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But considering this is the understanding that our people had, right? In a way, like, once again, going back to that child situation, feeling like we're separated, like, because of our iniquity, right here, when he's telling you, no longer recall the disgrace of your widowhood. We disgraced ourselves by saying we were divorced from the Most High. He said he never divorced us. Like he actually said, test me. When have you, your father's fathers found any iniquity or when I have not fulfilled what I promised you? So that's what I like to picture right there. Like when he's going to that, you're going to forget your widowhood. That's what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to forget all these other items. You know what I'm saying? Drop the idols, like, you know what I mean? So, but anybody else got anything to put in? I'm going to continue. I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 54, verse 5. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. For your master is your maker, Yah, master of hosts is his name. Your redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. That's good. I want to say this because you just made a valuable point. When you said they're going to drop their idols. A lot of people are married to Islam. They're married to Christ. They're married to these false deities, these false concepts. So God is saying, I'm so good for you. There's people right now that could never fathom a world where they don't have Jesus. They couldn't understand a world where they're not praying to Muhammad and Allah. God is saying that I'm so good for you, I'm going to make you forget your widowhood because you divorced from God. And he goes even deeper in that word. He's like, go back to that again. Do not feel humiliated, do not feel disgrace for you. You will forget the shame of the youth, and you will no longer recall the disgrace of your widowhood. For your master is your maker. For your master is your maker. He's telling you, I'm the person that created you. They're not responsible for the success. They're not responsible for your happiness. He's breaking it down to you again. I'll tell you, it's a resume for God, where he's letting you know everything he can do, everything he did do, and everything he will do. Different prophets bring different perspectives. Jeremiah is bringing judgment. Nahum is bringing judgment. Obadiah is bringing judgment. Hosea is bringing understanding. Isaiah is bringing understanding. Different prophets are going to deliver different messages to you. So it's up to you to read and get the historical context so you can see what he was trying to bring. Because God showed
message to prove to you. That's why he says, when God says, my way is unjust, Israel. He said, I already said the nice guy. I said somebody who didn't like that much. He was scared in Joshua. I said somebody who gave you everything you wanted in King Saul. I gave you an example that said, if I was a man, I'd be like this dude right here. If I could be a man, I'd be like David. David is after my own heart. That's how I rock. God said, I done showed you every way possible. So you couldn't say, well, God, you didn't send a disciplinarian. You didn't send a lover. Because you know, if he called you his wife, what do women do? Sorry, sisters. They always have an alternative to why something didn't make sense. Well, you know, you could have just said it like that. Well, you could have just listened. You see what I'm saying? So God is telling you, it don't matter who I send. It don't matter how I deliver the message. You can't take it anyway. So now he's bringing you back in and reeling you back to the island. He said, there is no other God. Nobody's with me. And now he's telling you, you want to divorce the idols, and your master is your maker. I made you. Not that other nonsense that you bowing down to. We're the only people that can create a God and then say, this God made me. Straight forward. Just give me the next line. But that time you to the point.
So your master is your maker. God, master of legions is his name, and your redeemer is the Holy One of Israel.
And people tell you, I've been redeemed by the blood of JC. He said, your redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. So he's letting you know again and dropping a point home who is really running the show. He said, and I think it was Isaiah 43 or 44. He said, if there's another God, tell him to come and try me. Tell him to show me. Tell him to tell you what's going to happen in the future. You got people, you better rub in the train station working, talking about I am God. Probably you punching the clock. You think what I'm saying? Like Chief Prince always said, tell me what's going to happen around the corner. And you got it. These brothers is whacked out. And the Most High is raining on deceitful minds back. He tells you,
God of all the world will God of all the world will he be called. For like a wife who has been forsaken and melancholy has Yah called you. And like a wife of one's youth who had become despised, said your God, for but a brief moment have I forsaken you, and with abundant mercy will gather you in.
And this is deep right here. And this is showing you why God has abundant mercy. And this ties directly into the Torah portion. And in Deuteronomy 23, the Lord stated if a man has a wife, and certain translations read differently, but I love the one that says when she's found to be obnoxious. Do you know what obnoxious is? I mean, you're just doing stuff for no reason. You can't even make sense of the dumb stuff that you do. You will go build an altar to a God and they don't do nothing for you. And when you tie in all these precepts, God said in Ezekiel 16, you're the only whore that don't get paid for whoring now. You pay your lovers for being a whore. So that is deep right there. Meaning the Christian, the Roman Catholics, they have a system that benefits from that foolishness. The Arabs, they have a system designed into Islam that benefits from their foolishness. The East Indians, relaxing, they have a system that's built into their foolishness that keeps that flourishing, or they wouldn't do it no more. We jump into their stuff, it doesn't even work for us, and we go harder than the people who actually started the nonsense. And we're supposed to be a light to them like it. So when he's telling you all these things, your master is your maker, when he's telling you all these things, I'm the Lord of all things, he's like, look at what you do. But go back to the part of Deuteronomy 23, he says that when a woman is found to have some unseemliness about her, or she's obnoxious, right about a bill of divorce, if she goes to another man, you can't take her back. She's greatly polluted. And if a woman cheats on you, she's supposed to be put to death. So God is showing, I have mercy for you that supersedes the laws that I even wrote. Because I called you my wife if I could put you to death. But God is so great, he made a deal with a great man, Abraham, that he won't even break his word with Abraham. Even though he peeked into the future and saw we would go warring after other gods. He's stuck in a bad marriage, stuck in a bad relationship. And if the Most High was, in common folk terms, you be said, why do you with that for? Leave them alone. But God has had so much mercy for us, we still flourish despite that right there. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Picking up at verse 7. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
For but a brief moment have I forsaken you, and with abundant mercy will I gather you in. With a slight wrath have I concealed my countenance from you for a moment, but with eternal kindness shall I show you mercy, said the Redeemer God.
And then just go back to the point you made earlier. Listen to how he's telling you about the time frame. Look at the words for brief, for slight. This is letting you know. Could I get Nahum the first chapter? I want to show y'all something real quick. Really quick. This is powerful right here. He said brief, he says slight, he says for a moment. This is showing you why you should fear God. Fear God. Nahum first chapter, first verse.
The words of Nehemiah.
Nahum,
Sorry. You got it, don't
Nahum chapter 1, verse 1. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
The burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the 11th sight. God is jealous, and the Lord repented.
Now listen, he said God is jealous, and the Lord repented. No man wants to see his wife with another man. If my wife was talking to a man for too long, I'm agitated. I'm not one of the dudes who got a high tolerance for that. So I could only imagine the Creator would come she to know.
God is jealous, and God repented. God repented, and is furious. God will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserves wrath for his enemies. God is slow to anger and great in power.
Listen to that word right there. It's the same thing that says in Exodus. God, if you read how Nahum proclaimed it, because we're not reading it in the context of the passion that he's saying. He said, God is a great wrath, God is a great mercy, because he's yelling at the people. And he says, what did he say? Read that again?
God will take vengeance on his adversaries.
God will take vengeance on his enemies.
And he reserves wrath for
And
his
he
enemies.
reserves wrath for his adversary. He's saying this with power. He's letting you know the God that we serve, and he's not playing games. Now, if God got this right here for his enemy, who you mad at that do something desperate? Your enemy who do something slight wrong to you, or the one closest to you that hurts you? Your enemy can't hurt you as much as your wife can hurt you. I'm telling you that from the day one. Your enemy cannot get to you like your wife can get to you. God poured you his wife, and he says, I'm only mad at you for a moment. That means you only got a taste of what the Most High God got. This ain't real rap. He said, I was not slight, brief, a moment. He told you he had down the heaven and the earth, the moon, the stars, earthquakes, stormy vapors, fulfilling the word of the Most High God. So if he got all this at his command, and he said, this transatlantic slave trade was a slight bit of my anger right there. This the plantation where all the people in the islands was throwing themselves in the sugar cane, just ruining the whole batch. And they was out there picking cotton and doing all this stuff. That's a taster's anger. The police killing you is a taster's anger. Imagine if you don't release a full rap on you. And he even backs it up later on. He says, I gotta treat y'all like no. I won't even you ain't have to worry about that anymore. Because the mercy that he has for us. So I just want us to understand this is God showing you. He's not a sucker. You dig what I'm saying? Because he says, I'm slow to anger. That's why we can build up sin for 400 and 300 years, and we can keep going, the foolishness we keep going. Because God said, I'm slow to anger. But when he gets there, look at what a taste of his wrath is, man. Just a taste of his anger. And he didn't really say, I sick them on you. He said, I just turned to let them do what they wanted to do to you. This ain't even God wrath. This is God just not stopping there from doing what he wants to do. So we got to get an understanding of who we're dealing with and why we should be grateful for this faith. Like the first line says, sing and cry out. Because this is a time to be thankful to God that he ain't knocking us off, especially when we about to come into Yom Kippur. And we know that we ain't the greatest Israelites in captivity. We got a song called Welcome to the Party in Captivity. Do you know how crazy that is? Imagine you go to prison and they like, welcome to the party. You're like, what? This cat is a fool. You're doing life. So we got to understand what God got Oh, shit,
That's the one that
he's in the book.
Nehemiah chapter 1 verse
Now that's the name. You got me told out, though.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 9, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
For like the waters of Noah shall this be to me, just as I swore that the waters of Noah would never again pass over the earth, so have I sworn not to be wrathful with you, nor to rebuke you. For the mountains may be moved and the hills may falter, but my kindness shall not be removed from you, and my covenant of peace shall not falter. It says the one who shows you mercy.
Now, this is right after he proclaims you're going to be destroyed. So God is so merciful to us, and it shows you his love. Because you go through these range of emotions, you tell your child, when I get there, I'm going to beat the hell out of you for what you did. And then you be on like, man, it's not that big a deal. You try to rationalize what the person did. God is too great to us, man. That's what I'm
O afflicted, storm-tossed one, who has not been consoled. No, we're going to finish it out. Yeah, just because this is the end of the chapter, just get everyone a better context of it. So, family, we actually would have been ending that, but we're going to give you the last 7 verses just so you can get context to it. We get you the full chapter. All right, so we're going to continue on with Isaiah chapter 54, verse 11. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
O afflicted, storm-tossed one, who has not been consoled. Behold, I will lay gems as your flooring stones, and lay your foundation with sapphire. I will set your window frames with ruby, and make your gates of carbuncle stones, and your entire boundary will be of precious stones. All your children will be students of Yah, and your children's peace will be abundant. Establish yourself through righteousness, distance yourselves from oppression, for you need not fear, and from devastation, for it will not come near you. Behold, they may indeed gather together, but it is without my consent. Whoever will gather against you will fall because of you.
And that's deep right there, because when we tie this in the prophecy of Zechariah, the 13th chapter, God speaks on what you would call nuclear war on the first half of it. But the back half of it, he's saying people are going to have to come and bring tribute to you on our holy days. And the nations that don't want to come, he's going to destroy them. So he's like, even if people do turn against you, he's not co-signing that. Nobody's going to be able to rise up. He basically said nobody's going to be able to hurt you anymore. I'm going to make your floor sapphire. He's adorning you. He's giving you back prestige in him. Those are solid foundations that can't be shaken. And God is letting you know, I'm putting you back. I'm making you even greater than what you once were. This showing you how much you're going to be shine, how much you're going to be draped in the luster. And this time, the glory of God is going to be that's what is the glory of God. Because we are the only people on earth. Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong in this book. From Bereshit to Malachi, you can't find an error in this book. We make this look bad. We make this look bad. Just like there's nothing right in this law. With the diligence in the sacrifice and how these people are so disciplined makes that look appealing. There's nothing right about Christianity, but the spirit of those people make that appealing. So you can turn the persuasion of people if you dedicate yourself to something. So how much if we took our people out of that, brought the discipline from this law, we brought the spirituality from the church, and we brought an understanding of the Lord, how can we make God's word look good? People don't want to do this because they see us. They see the things that we do. They see what we put out there. That's what turns people on. The backbiting, the naysaying, the slander, all the nonsense, the unlawfulness, the unrighteousness, the talebearing. These are the things that turn people on. We have to live in righteousness. We have to live in judgment. And we have to be able to take judgment. Because the word of God says, if you can't take a judgment, you should be put to death. Right? That's the word right there. So we got to understand, we make this look bad. Nobody take away from the word of God. You can only misrepresent. You think what I'm saying? Like I always say, the company that I work for. When I go to a location, my brother told me this earlier. What you said about, they say the company, it's not the company, it's you. I'll paraphrase it for you. They say they never recognize me as a person. No, he said the messenger could never be as great as the person who got it. If I'm not mistaken. Something in that context, right? It was pretty deep. But it's letting you know that they can't blame the Most High God. They can't find fault in God, but they can't find everything wrong in doing what you do. So you have to be a living example for God. Or you don't just take your fringes off and keep on giving back and go get the pork sandwich. Go to Ray's Rib Shack, because if you're not going to be a glory to God, because this is what God's preparing us for. He prepares us to be a glory and a splendor to us. And anything less than that is just not acceptable. We have to be a glory to the creator of heaven and earth. If not, that's how you add or take away from his word. Add is being too extra, saying stuff he didn't say, and taking away from his word is you not living in how it's here. And people don't see it as, because you are the book. I'm going to tell you this is what a sister told me. You might be the only Torah somebody reads. So when they look at you and your actions, they got to always see righteousness. If not, you will turn them off to everybody from the gate. Because when I go to somebody's house and I do something wrong, they don't say, oh, this guy came in my 3 or 6 4 black. The dude's from nationally great. Them niggas don't know what they doing. That's what somebody would say. I'm like, using that language. That's what they would say. So you got to get an understanding that you are a representative of God when you think of this mansion. God wants you to shine, but you got to be righteous. He says, if you get away from the wickedness, you can shine how he wants you to shine here. That's all I have for that.
When we finish it up, we have the last 2 chapters for you. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Behold, I created the smith who fans his charcoal flame and withdraws a tool for his labor. But I have also created the destroyer to demolish. Any weapon sharpened against you will not succeed, and any tongue that will rise against you in judgment, you will condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yah and their righteousness from me, the word of Yah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And just to back up that to establish the matter, when you go into Zechariah, it says Satan will rise up against the children of Israel, the saints of God, and try to condemn them, but the Most High God will rebuke him. So it's showing you, even the angels is going to be like, you let them get off like that. They can look at all the stuff they did, and God's going to say, I don't want to hear it no more, because I done got over that. So this is showing you the message that God has to give. This is showing you what he has in store for you if you follow him in righteousness. The land is only for the righteous. This law is only for the righteous. It's not given to the poor. It's given to the chosen. And the chosen is going to be the righteous men, women, and children of the Most High God. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Yeah, I got is that right?
It's exactly right. Then it says that Satan will rise up against the saints to accuse them. The Lord will accuse them.
I found something in the beginning. That's what I was.
That too. That version. Read yourself out. There's a copy. Oh, God, no, man. Put that shit out of the way.
So I got Zechariah just from the beginning. It's going to be chapter 1, verse 3. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Thus says Yah, Master Legions, return unto me the word of Yah, Master Legions, and I will return unto you, said Yah, Master of Legions. Do not be like your fathers to whom the prophets of old called out, saying, thus says Yah, Master of hosts, return now from your evil ways and from your evil deeds, but they did not listen nor pay attention to me. The word of Yah. The forefathers were all that. As for those prophets, could they live forever? However, my word and my decrees which I so may He with us. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. 14.
The multitude of the hopeful, that's basically just the end times. They established back in the land, and the Gentiles have to come to it to see it. The ones that don't believe in the orphans, they're going to have to, they're going to basically be destroyed with God, and drive the land. So that's talking about anybody that, if they do come against you, they won't be of my will. They're just going to be their wicked spirit that they just can't rest. But I'll find the verse. It's very eloquent how the Most High God put it. That's our only option, not our best option. It's to serve the true and living God.
So with that, folks, family, we're going to wrap it up for today. We thank you for the Lord. We bless the name of the Most High, Baruch Hashem, for this opportunity. And we thank our leader, Anasi, Torah, for this opportunity, this platform. So at this time, we're going to wrap it up. We thank all the brothers for coming out. We're going to recite a prayer, and we do pray for all of you at home and all of you online that are tuned in with us. So, one of you brothers want to start some prayer?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. First and foremost, all praise to the Creator of heaven and earth, to God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Solaya. Solaya, Most High, for the life of our family, Solaya, Most High, for allowing us to wake up this morning. Most High, we ask that you have mercy on us, Most High. For we fall short in many ways, Most High, and we ask that you to strengthen us, Most High. We ask for you to continue to allow us to grow and understand and knowledge, Most High. May you have remorse on those of us who fall short and those of us who do not yet understand this knowledge, Most High. May you have mercy on their souls, Most High. May you strengthen our families, the families of Shema Israel, Most High. May you strengthen the families that are scattered throughout the corners of the earth. May you continue to be with us, Most High. May you continue to allow us to wake up each morning, Most High. May you share the same remorse and the same courtesy to our family as well, Most High. So I got for everything it is that you do. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
So if you're tuning in, tune in tomorrow night as one of the sisters should be doing ahead of Shabbat class. And if not, tune in definitely, which we call the second or Saturday morning at 10:30 a.m. sharply, when we do have our live Shabbat portions for the morning in the afternoon. With that, we would like to say,
Drop the video.
and this Sunday, we're going to be dropping our street teachings, where the brothers have been out in the neighborhoods, just speaking to the people, just bringing the truth and the knowledge to our people. So tune in for that, and with that, shalom again.
I'm going to put you in the video for